Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to another episode of rbPlays All of Fabric 3. That's right, folks, we're back in our modded world doing all the modded things. My name is rbPlays. I am your humble host on this side of the screen. Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and get notified every time we put new content up on the channel. So we just finished up a live stream, and in that live stream, we noticed that we were having a little bit of a problem with our ME system, and auto crafting, and we also did some stuff in the Nether, which we're going to work on. The proceeds from that here in this episode as well. But one of the things that we noticed was that with the current setup that I have, and I added another set of 32K of 4K crafting storage. This one here, I added. This one I already had. But when I go to craft something like the quantum energy stuff, like it crafted the quantum helmet. I'm not sure why it crafted the helmet, because now that I know what's wrong with it, I'm not sure why it ended up crafting it to begin with. But if I try to craft like the quantum boots, it tells me that there's no crafting CPUs available. I had 32K of crafting storage available, plus I had another 16 in an individual crafting storage, so that gives you a total of 48, right? And it says here that we need 35,786, so that is less than 48K. I assumed that should work. Didn't work, so I added a second crafting storage. So that makes 32 plus 32, that's 64, plus another 16 right over there. That gives you a total of 80. That is definitely more than 35,000. That didn't work either. So I got to asking the guys over in the Discord, the peeps over in the Discord for the All of Fabric 2 or All of Fabric 3 mod pack, and they said, well, tell us what you've got. And I sent them a picture, and they said, oh, well, that's why. You need to have one bank of 64K crafting storage in order. You have to have one bank that has more than enough crafting storage for the craft that you're trying to do. It can't be spread out like this. Like if this one was 36K, if I swapped out one of these 4Ks for a 16K, then there would be plenty, because that would be more than 36K, and it would be fine. It's not what I have. So what I need to do is I need to tear this out, and I need to make one crafting storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this out, and I'm going to redo it, so to speak. Let me pick all these up. Pick all these up right here. Grab all those. Yes, please. And then I want to, I've locked myself in. Let's break that and break that and break that. So what I think I want to do is right here, this is the middle. So if I go, if I take and go like, hello? Hello? Oh, I know where they're at. Ha! They're in here. Whew, that was close. I forgot that I set this up to pick up only filtered items. Yes, I think that's what I want. That was scary there for a minute. But anyway, so now that I got that, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do this, and I can go boop, boop, right? And then boop, boop, and boop, 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 boop. And now that is still 64K of crafting storage, but it's 64K of crafting storage in one unit. So what I got to do now is I got to dig all this out, and I got to get this fed with some cabling from AE2 or from Applied Energistics and make it work. And I'll come back to you guys, and I'll show you what else we're going to do in the rest of the episode. And quick time skip back later. Here's what we have. So that's all set up. That's all wired in down below. If we go back over here to our terminal, we should now see a drastic difference in the error message that we get when we try to craft this up. And it is that we get no error message. It will craft. It will craft the boots. It should also, craft the leggins. No. Am I missing something? I am. I'm missing tungsten steel ingots. And the tungsten steel ingots are something that we're going to have to work on, maybe not in today's episode, but very, very soon, because basically what I need for that is I need to be able to make tungsten steel in this blast furnace, but this blast furnace doesn't quite get hot enough. It needs a little bit more temperature. It needs to get to 3,000 on the heat meter, and it can only get to 2812. And we can do that by upgrading these machine casings from the advanced to the industrial. But there's other stuff that we need for that. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But first and foremost, I think the most important thing to do is to make the quantum boots. So let's go ahead and do that. And it says that it's going to take 30 minutes. 18 minutes. So we'll let that thing do its thing, and then we'll come back to it when we have time. So hopefully that won't take super long. But the other thing that we did today is in a live stream, we went to the Nether, right? And in the Nether, we confiscated. We used mining turtles to get some ancient debris. We've got that ancient debris there. We've also got some ancient debris in here. If we pull it up, ancient debris. We have 27 ancient debris. Now, we could just throw that into a furnace, right? And if we throw it into a furnace, then we're going to get 27 pieces of netherite scrap, right? It takes 4 pieces of netherite scrap to make a netherite ingot, so that means that we would end up having, what? 6 netherite ingots. 6 netherite ingots isn't enough because, let me get over here away from the things that are making all the noise, right? Like over here. Wow, there is a lot of Tech Reborn noise that just doesn't seem to want to go away. Like a lot of Tech Reborn noise. There we go. Okay. And now we got sheep noises. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, the reason why we need so much netherite is because in order to make the quantum chest plate, this guy right here, in order to make the quantum chest plate, we need to have a couple of things. Number one, we have to have that tungsten steel plate, which is fine. We'll get to that. But we need to have an angel ring. And in order to get to the angel ring, there's a couple of things that we need to get that I don't have right now. I need a couple of more elytras. I have one, but I've enchanted it, and I use it for, just kind of gliding around if I don't want to use my jetpack. But then on the jetpack side, you also have to have a netherite jetpack. And in order to get the netherite jetpack, you got to have a whole bunch of netherite ingots. I think 52 of them. So what I'd like to do is I'm pretty sure we're going to end up needing more netherite scrap. So we'll have turtles and stuff doing that, but I want to set this up so that the netherite scrap that we have, we can get the most use out of. And by doing that, it's so loud over there. It's so loud. We can do that by, if we do ancient debris, and we look at the uses for the ancient debris, we can see that there are various ways to process it. And one of the ways that we can process it is in the industrial grinder with mercury. And for every 1 piece that we put in, we get 3 pieces of scrap. So we can triple the output of 1 piece of ancient debris and make that 27 pieces go even farther, right? So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So I want to do that, and in order to do that, we have to have the industrial grinder, which we have, but we need to be able to make mercury. To make mercury, we need a fluid replicator. The fluid replicator can take UU matter, which we set that up a while ago. It can take UU matter and it can turn it into liquid mercury. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we need for the fluid replicator. That'll be this recipe right here. Looks like, it's tungsten steel plates. Are you freaking kidding me? I think I have the chemical reactor already. I'm pretty sure I have the industrial electrolyzer, but we need tungsten steel plates. Okay, so in order to get tungsten steel plates, let's go upstairs and see what we need for recipes. Tungsten steel. So these tungsten steel plates, right? These tungsten steel plates come from tungsten steel. Tungsten steel comes from hot tungsten steel ingots in a vacuum freezer. And then that vacuum freezer will turn this which is a steel ingot plus a tungsten ingot into this hot tungsten steel. But as you can see, it needs 3,000 heat. So in order to get to 3,000 heat, we have to upgrade. Those casings, right? So here we have the casings. We need industrial machine casings. We need 34 of them. Can I make 34 yet, or am I missing something? I am. I am missing titanium dust, and I am missing a bunch of chrome dust. Now, I do have chrome coming in. That is not how you spell chrome. I do have some chrome coming in from our recyclers. I'll show you what I did with that. So let's get those. That gives us 62. How many are we short now? Casings. So industrial casings times 34. Actually, it's going to make 36. Still need 28 chrome dust. Now, there's another way that we can get chrome dust. Let's see if we can do that. So chrome dust. Chrome dust comes from the industrial electrolyzer of ruby dust. I think I have a fair number of rubies. Pretty sure I have a fair number of rubies. So we could do that, and that would give us one piece of chrome dust, or we could use this Uvorovite dust, which I don't have any of. But I'm getting all that from down here. This is where our noise is coming in. So we've got these recyclers. They feed into a scrap boxinator. The scrap boxinator is pumping all the stuff out, all of this stuff out, and making it so that we have those items, right? So that's kind of cool. That should be that's definitely working. So let's take a look. How many rubies do I have? How many rubies do I have? Rubies. I have 970 rubies. I think we can spare some. I hope we can spare some. So let's take a look at that. If we do ruby dust, if we look at the uses for ruby dust in the industrial electrolyzer, that gives us a chrome dust for every 3 ruby dust. Let's make a recipe for that. Yeah, let's make a recipe for that, and I'll throw some recipes together. I'll get that stuff all set up in the electrolyzer. We also need to look at making a vacuum freezer. What's it going to take to make a vacuum freezer? Like the vacuum freezer needs extractors, steel plates. Okay. So if I do this, and do a vacuum. That is not how you spell vacuum. There we go. So that guy right there. Make a recipe for that right there. Yes, please, and do that. Okay, so it knows how to make a vacuum. Yep, knows how to make a vacuum. Pretty sure we didn't know how to make that already, right? Yeah, we didn't. Okay, so if I tell it to make one of those, can I? I should be able to, yeah, because we do have enough. Yeah, we got the 116K coprocessors that can craft that up, so that's not a big deal. That'll be done in just a minute. Let me also make up some of the recipes that we need for the chrome that we're going to get, and I'll come back to you guys in just a minute. That is more like it. So all the recipes are fixed. Titanium dust was one thing that we were missing. You get that from UU matter, so that's a win. And then the chrome dust, we get that from the industrial electrolyzer by using rubies and empty cells, so that's a win. So we should now be able to make all of the casings that we need to upgrade this guy over here. This guy here, so that we can get the 3,000 heat that we need to do a thing. But I can't turn this off until until it's done. So while that's doing that, how do we stand on our crafting jobs here? So we got 2 crafting jobs. So this one here, the crafting status is going on that one, and that is the quantum boots. It doesn't tell us how long, but it's going. This here is almost done, and so it says it's got about a minute. So I guess I'm gonna let that do its thing, and I'll come back to you guys when I've got something to show. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have the vacuum freezer, too. That craft finished. So we'll get that hooked up as well. So now it's time to grab these little bad boys. And I think I'm going to need some for this, too. I started looking at the vacuum freezer. It looks like we need 9. Yeah, it looks like we need 9 of these, which we'll have. But then we also need 8 of the of those. So let's get this squared away here real quick and see if we can do a better job of creating this stuff, right? So if we break that and break that and break that, yeah, and then take our buckets and 1, 2 of those, yeah. So now we should be able to tear this all apart. Yes, please. And then we'll rebuild it using the new ones. Cool. All right, so now we need to use these industrial casings. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then we need to use the buckets of lava again. So let's grab one of those and put that like so. Hello. And then another bucket of lava right there. And that should be upgraded now. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. 3730 heat. Cool. So now we can make tungsten steel, yeah? And then, how many of these do I have left? I have 2. So I can put one there and I can put one there. But then I also have these, right? So 1, 2, 3. Hello, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then down here. So we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need 6 more of those. So we'll go ahead and get those crafted. But I noticed one more thing, and that is that our boots are on hold, but everything is done, right? And this is the same problem that I had when I did the quantum helmet, was that everything was complete, but then I had to cancel it, and I had to go back in. And I had to tell it to do it again, and it worked. So quantum stuff, you shouldn't have to craft any of that crap, dude. You shouldn't have to craft any of that. Why do you have to craft any of that? Like, you shouldn't have to craft any of that stuff, yo. Why do you have to craft any of that? Like, what all is entailed in a pair of quantum boots? What else entailed in a pair of quantum boots? So that's just Laptronic energy orbs, data storage chips, and empty boosters. So do I have that stuff? Laptronic, yes. Energy boosters. I don't see the energy boosters. Or is it a thruster? I don't remember. Page up. Empty booster, not energy. Empty. EMPTY. Yep, I've got those. So let's just do that. And then let's get those Laptronic crystals. Let's go like that and do those. And then let's just, what else did we need? So we just need data storage chips. I think it made all of that stuff, didn't it? It did. So why did it not let us craft those boots? We'll have to check the recipe for that. I'm not going to craft those just yet. I want to go check the recipe and see if it's got some kind of hinkiness going on, right? Quantum. Oops. So data store. I wonder if we have to tell it to be able to use substitutes because of the energy level of that. I don't know. That might be what the problem is. Tell you what, let's grab this and this and this, and let's just see, right? No, we want to like this, so like that. Yeah, that might. You know what? That might be it. It might be the fact that it's energy related. So let's just tell it to go ahead and use that. Cool. Same thing here. And same thing there. Okay, now we'll put those back and see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll give it a try. So 1, 2, 3. Those items are in here. If I take them out of here and put them back, and then tell it to make the quantum boots again, what does it tell me now? Everything's there. So that's got to be what it was. The problem wasn't necessarily that it was lacking the items. It's that it didn't realize that it could use empty energy cells or empty this or that in order to craft these boots. So go ahead and start that. Hey, look, y'all. We have a pair of boots. Now, what is it going to take to make the pants? The pants still need that tungsten steel stuff. So let's get that going. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here and get these boots a-charging. Get these boots a-charging, yo. We need to get 6 more of these casings, and we also need to make a recipe for tungsten steel, and then tungsten steel ingots, and tungsten steel plates, and blah, blah, blah. So let me go ahead and do some of that stuff, and I'll come back to you when I've got something to show you. Okay, so I just checked the clock, and it looks like we're running short on time. We're at about 22 minutes right now, if I did my math right. So we're probably not going to be able to finish this today, but we will be able to do a couple of things. So number one, I need to get a piece of steel, and I need to get a piece of tungsten. So go ahead and craft me a piece of tungsten, if you would be so kind. That will only take a second, I hope. Cool. And then also a piece of steel. Steel is something that I should also be able to make already. Indeed it is. Cool. So we'll do that. And let's go ahead and make our first piece of hot tungsten steel, right? So if we bring that over here to the industrial blast furnace and put that in and that in, that should give us a piece of hot tungsten steel. It did, as well as dark ashes. Now, if we come over here and we get the hot tungsten steel, and we put that into the vacuum freezer, if I'm not mistaken, that should give us a piece of tungsten steel. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I need another piece. I needed to do this for a recipe, so I need one more of these. Give me that. I forgot I needed that. So give me that, and then also the piece of tungsten. Give me that. Cool. So start. This will be okay though. This will be okay. So there's a piece of tungsten, there's a piece of steel, there's a piece of piece of tungsten steel. Now I just need the piece of hot tungsten steel. So you can go in there and you can go in there. Cool. Now we can go back over here to our pattern area. I need to eat food. I'm like starving. Holy cow, I'm starving. Oh, this right here, this magma ring. We did the quest for that today in the quest book during our live stream. I think we're going to handle the quests in the live streams. I think that's the desired way to do that. All right, so okay. Turn that to a crafting recipe. Turn you like that. Ugh, really? All right, give me this. Hold on. We want you in there to do that. Yes, please. How many dark ashes did that give us? It was 4. Okay, so 4 dark ashes. So that, and then dark ashes. Let's do dark ashes. Just account for everything that we're going to get. So those two plus, those two give us this plus that. So that's cool there. And yes, I know that says that it gives us dark ashes, but that's okay. And that is in the industrial blast furnace. Where did that go? Electric implosion, industrial blast furnace. There we go. And then if we take this and this and create a recipe for that, that can go into the, well, we don't have the vacuum freezer hooked up yet. That's fine. I'm gonna have to do that off camera. It'll be more of the same as what we've got here. So here we've got one of these similar setups where we've got the one block on top. So we'll have an interface on one side and an import bus on the other, and that will allow us to bring items out to this and then back in. But like we saw, if we do that, that gives us tungsten steel ingots. So we can take those tungsten steel ingots, and we should be able to turn those into plates, right? As a matter of fact, we could probably set that recipe up now, because that should just be the compressor, if I'm not mistaken. So tungsten steel plates. Yeah, that's just in the compressor. So cool. Nope. 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 That's tungsten steel, so I just need to go over here to a compressor and get this to press, right? Cool. Hey, we got a tungsten steel plate. We got that. We got that. We can do this. We can go to a compression chamber or a compressor, and we can put that recipe right yonder. We can put this ingot in there, and we can tell it to make us one. And it should do it. There it is. Sweet. Folks, I am super excited because we are getting super close to our goal. We are getting super close to our goal of finishing up our quantum suit. So I know when we started this episode that we were actually trying to get to a fluid replicator so that we could make mercury, so that we could triple our output of our ancient debris. We didn't quite make it to that, but we did actually make a lot of progress towards that by being able to make tungsten steel. So now that we've got tungsten steel and tungsten steel plates and have to do some automation for that, we're in a much better place. So, but that is all the time we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The likes and subscriptions help out oh so immensely when it comes to those pesky YouTube search results. The other thing that helps out a lot is comments, so make sure you leave your comments right down here in the comment section below, and we'll chat about it. Leave your tips, your tricks, your pointers, your attaboys, your what in the world were you thinking, all that good stuff, and we'll chat about it in kind. Also, don't forget to stop by our Discord server where we talk about all things life, all things gaming, and all things Minecraft. Also, don't forget that we do live stream over on Twitch, which is where we do all the grindy stuff. We do that every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday over on twitch.tv/rb_plays, and we have a good time while we're doing it. But once again, folks, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be kind to one another, and we'll catch you on the flip side. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.